Greetings, family. Greetings to the Artist Journal family. This is your brother Samal here. If you're here for the first time, I want to say please hit that like, share, subscribe button wherever you guys might be in the world. I want to say greetings, much love and respect, and pushing positive energy to you guys. If you're here for the first time, I would admonish you to hit that like, share, subscribe button so when we put up creative and dope content, you guys will be the first to get it. If you haven't been to Washington, D.C., I want to say welcome. That's where we are right now, recording this video as we prepare to go to that great and beautiful smiling coast of West Africa, a beautiful country called the Gambia. So definitely stay tuned for that. We got some goodies coming your way. So today I want to talk about why it's necessary for so-called African Americans to travel and to experience that beautiful African continent. Because it's our birthright for one, and two, we are descendants of Africa. So just like the Chinese and the Indians and whoever else come to America, they set up shop, they make their money, but also they funnel those resources, that money, back to their native countries. So us, as being indigenous from the lands of Africa, we must do the same. Because we understand that all life emanated and started out of Africa. So we are the former of all things. We can never forget that. No matter how much we've been through as a people, we can never forget these things. So today I want to talk about why it's necessary. And there's some floating around on the internet as to, those that pursue Africa or African Americans that want to relocate to Africa, how they are running away from the fight. Our ancestors built America. We shed blood, we shed tears and pain and suffering. This is our land. And family, I'm not here to dispute that. That might be true. But all I'm saying today in this video is that no one is running away from the fight. It's like you playing basketball, right? You have two opposing teams. You got teams going at each other. And the referees, they have been bought off. They're been paid under the table to make sure that a particular team wins. So no matter what you do on the basketball court, you putting up 90% of your shots is going in. You're doing all the right things, but you're getting all these strange calls on the court. You're getting all these strange calls. So at the end of the game, you down 15, you down 20. Though you put up a great game, you actually won the game, but the refs had it out for you. They called it for the other team every time. So that's all that we're saying, that we are in an environment where, in areas where we strived as a people, right? Black Wall Street, for instance. We had our own banking system, right? We had our own schools, transportation. We had all these great things. And then what happened? It was destroyed. It was bombed. We had great civilizations on the continent of Africa, right? Ancient Mali, ancient Songhai, Timbuktu, ancient Ghana, ancient Kemet. Berlin Conference came in. You understand, the British, the English, the Portuguese divide and conquered. Divide, they put all these boundaries up. We're going to take this section over here. You guys take that section. We're going to colonize. We're going to pillage. We're going to put the Hutus against the Tutsis. We're going to put the Eritreans against the Ethiopians. You understand? And so-called freedom fighters, those that understood the game, those that stood up for the people and said, no, excuse me, family, no, this is not right. They was demonized. and they was erased, taken off the scene immediately. Have we forgotten when Martin Luther King said, "Mine eyes have seen the glory of the Lord"? I'm not worried. I'm not fearing any man. I might not get there with you, but we as a people will get to the promised land. Remember that? It was taken out that same night. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the Lord. I may not get there with you, but we as a people will get to the promised land. You know how fiery that speech was and how much chills it reverberated through the universe? Those people were scared. And also at the time, J. Edgar Hoover, who was the top man at the CIA, conjured up a document. It said that anybody who can electrify the masses, you guys can Google this if you want. J. Edgar Hoover. Any person coming out of the black movement that has the ability to electrify the masses, who would be seen as a black messiah, right? Matter of fact, guys, give me a second. I'm gonna pull that up for you. I'm gonna pull that up for you guys, because these people do not play fair. A black man in America has never been fair. And I don't know why there's certain folk amongst us just don't realize or understand that. Right, here we go. I'm pulling it up now. Hold on, give me a second, family. Is many of those amongst us just don't, either one, they don't seem to understand, or they just don't care. They just don't care. It said, family. I just pulled it up.
Like anybody, I would like to live a long life. Longevity has its place. But I'm not concerned about that now. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. And I've looked over and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we as a people will get to the promised land. So I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. I'm not fearing any man. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord.
So, this was his quote, verbatim. J. Edgar Hoover: prevent the rise of a messiah who could unify and electrify the militant black nationalist movement. Right, family? So, and that movement was called that program was called COINTELPRO. You guys can look that up for yourself. For those of you who are not up on this type of information. So again, the point is that the deck has always been stacked against our people here in the Americas. Matter of fact, we was at one point considered 3/5 of a man under the Constitution. And this is facts. This place was not designed, nor was it created for African folk / black folk to make it and to be successful. For whatever weird reason, Just like Public Enemy, uh, the hip hop group in the 90s, they had a song, and I think also an album called Fear of a Black Planet. It's like these folk, these systems that's in place, they fear the potential of what we can manifest in America. And for me, they understand who we are as a people. They understand our rich history. They understand that our real power and skill set lies within spirituality. So I don't, this is my personal opinion. Don't beat me up, family. It is my personal opinion that, and what I was taught coming up by my elders, that politics, economics, yes, it's good to have money. Yes, it's good to have friends that's in politics, but ultimately, our strength is spirituality. It's unity, family, and a deep sense of spirituality. We're not talking religion. We're talking the ability to maintain and preserve families, to maintain lands and culture and tradition, right? Because we, as how the African looks at the world, that God is in the plants, insects, animals, people. God is, there isn't any existence, right? Anything that is here that the element of God isn't in. It isn't some far off entity in the sky or in space that's observing everything. No, God is an intricate part of this ecosystem. You understand? And when you revere or understand that concept, that spirituality is the to guide your life, right? Everything that you do, think, say, touch, eat, everything that you do, it enhances and preserves life. We don't look at something or someone or and look to take advantage of. And even if we do, we feel bad afterwards because that's not our nature. That's spirituality, family. And it's like they know who we are. They know. And the main tool that they use against us, family, is divide and conquer and misinformation. If they could just direct you just a little bit in the wrong direction, they got us. So I don't want to spend the whole video just talking about, this ungodly system. But I want to make the picture clear as to how nobody is scared to be here in the Americas. We was born here, we was raised in it. And people are not running away from the fight. It's that folk is waking up to the reality that the deck is stacked against us here. So we have a better shot on that beautiful African continent. 54 countries deep, minerals, resources everywhere, beaches everywhere, tradition, culture, vibes, good food, quality of life. You understand? Here in Washington, D.C., the life expectancy for the average person is 67 years old. Something is wrong with that, family. And with that being said, I'm going to close on that note. And until next time, family, this is your brother Samal here at the Artist Journal. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that like button for me. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We got some goodies, like I said, coming up. And stay tuned for the next video. I will be posting in a day or two. So stay tuned, fam. Peace out.